EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And off we go from Denver. Oh, there's a big hit right away as he's knocked down hard on the opening kickoff.
When you're on the road, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake that brings the crowd into it. Now you're not just battling your opponent, you're battling yourself as well.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a handoff up the middle. Street. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances Go for it on 3rd and 4th downs. Run a lot of trick plays. Anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Street.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the 1st down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. But you look at this Bronco defense.
They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run on 1st down. Street, and showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go. Peters. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Moore now. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Now Moore. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Castillo. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Gentry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down. Long. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Broncos at 8-4 now in the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Operating from the gun, Gentry. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun. Gentry. Flush to his right. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Long. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos nothing.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Long. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Browns' 4-yard line.
Bronco 80.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Browns drive about to get started.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll look to throw again. And quick throw here, that's complete.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Street's got it, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a second and 10.
Let's go. Back to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Moore. He's going to float this one deep right side.
That is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Street. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here is 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Moore.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Looking to throw. Moore.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Off play action. Gentry. He's going to look deep down the field. This is intercepted.
And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
They'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at about the 14. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
He's going to try and go deep again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is caught at the 20. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake. Gentry. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the bootleg. Gentry. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, Good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Browns are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Moore.
That one down the field for Ferguson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
And now they'll shift things around.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
Operating from the gun.
Moore. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Off play action. Gentry going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive. Gentry, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
Off the play fake. Gentry. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Looking to throw. Gentry.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Broncos take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Now for the point after. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Up the middle they go. Street. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Next to score, Broncos 35, Browns 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4.
In motion, the tight end. Now a handoff up the middle. It's long.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Gentry.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Back to throw. Gentry. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
At the 42-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Looking to throw. Gentry. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Moore.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Up the middle they go. Street. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is caught. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
And now here's another interception.
And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Operating from the gun, Gentry. And he's got his big tight end here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Gentry. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Gentry.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Castillo. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man. Complete. That's Castillo. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Back to throw. Moore. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last complete.
Touchdown, Browns! An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.